Ladies and gentlemen, if I can just have your attention, I'd like to welcome the Honourable Kate Jones MP, Minister for Innovation and Tourism Industry, Development and Minister for the Commonwealth Games of the Queensland Government. Kate Jones is the Minister for those areas, as I've said. She is committed to building innovation in Queensland by attracting new investment, growing entrepreneurialism across the state and supporting local startups to scale up and think global. She's also a proud champion for Queensland's tourism industry and oversaw the successful delivery of the recent Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games. That was Queensland's largest ever event. She has previously served as the Minister for Education, Minister for Environment, Minister for Climate Change and Natural Resource Management, and Minister for Small Business in previous Queensland governments. When Kate was first sworn in 2009, she was the youngest ever Queensland Government Minister. Kate is a graduate of the Queensland University of Technology and holds a Master's in Environmental Law from the Australian National University. She's a particularly busy lady, and as you can see, with all those areas that she's involved in government, there are many areas that she crosses the field of marina and tourism, which is what we're here to talk about today. Minister, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. Can I start by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we gather here this afternoon and pay my respects to elders past and present. Of course, I'd also like to acknowledge John Hogan, the Director of the Marina Industry Association here, and for the invitation to be with you all here today. And it's really exciting for me to be here to give my welcome on behalf of the Queensland Government, particularly to all of the international delegates that are here joining us on the beautiful Gold Coast. In Queensland, we like to say that we're very fortunate because in Queensland we say this is where life is beautiful one day and perfect the next, and I hope that that's certainly your experience here. But I am particularly excited to be here at this part of the program because, as you've heard, I'm also the Minister for Innovation, and whilst that is very exciting for me, when we think about all of the opportunities to grow the new economy throughout all of our economies globally, there also comes with that rapid change and changing in technology and platforms, is that it also means challenges for existing industries. And certainly that's the experience that a lot of industries have gone through. Already we've seen massive changes, obviously, in rideshare. I was just saying that last week I took the first selfie in a ride-sharing submarine, the Scuba, in the Great Barrier Reef. This gives us a bit of a taste of some of the things that will be coming to this industry. And only last week, at the United Nations, received a presentation from an Australian from Queensland about the risks of digital disruption in the electricity sector. That is, when you think about it, an industry that has had, in a lot of places, particularly here in Australia, monopoly or duopoly environment with large, significant capital infrastructure that you would think would be one of the hardest to actually get disruption. But that's also the case when you look at Uber. Uber came into a market without any significant capital outlay in regards to the vehicles, and were able to create significant disruption. And certainly being a regulator in that environment has been one that we've had to take our time to get through. So I'm really excited that there's leadership at this conference and pulling together some of the best and brightest brains in the marina industry to come together and see how you as an industry can tackle what the disruption that this new technology and the new digital disruption is going to provide in this industry. There will be challenges, but there will also be opportunities. And I think from my perspective, I'd be really interested to have a look at how we can continue to support an industry that is worth more than $1.4 billion here in Australia and supports around 23,000 jobs. We have some of the most beautiful marinas in the world. Of course, I'm biased. I am the Queensland Tourism Industry Minister, but also we have a vibrant and growing tourism industry. And here in Queensland, that is now growing faster than any other state apologies for those from south of the border. But it is an exciting time, and I think from my perspective, I think that tourism and particularly for us here in Queensland, reef tourism, that is so much part of the life of the marina industry here in Queensland, has a bright future. We need to make sure that as an industry we work together with government in a collaborative way to make sure that we provide the right solutions to us to help support you through these changes as well. So with those few words, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me here today. It really is a time when you are seeing disruption in industry, to come together and really understand what is the best way that we can work collaboratively to grow the industry and make sure that we support the existing players to make that transition in a way that we can continue to grow and to grow jobs. So thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing the panel. Thanks.